Okay, so guys, in video one, we opened up with stories of people who have given us their version of what the relationship looked like. You know, because at the time that this was occurring, I was born. I wasn't old enough to be able to remember this stuff.
Michael Jackson
I did
and
talk to
Diana
some
Ross
people that were
relationship
in that
deepens.
age era, and they
Let's talk
did
about it.
confirm that it was it was the idea very Gordy to have Diana seem as if she discovered Michael, but he was under her tutelage. So looks like that, you know, we also saw that he called her mama sister lover, a mama lover sister, some child, some y'all. I don't ask me to lie to you. Go back to the video now. But anyway, so right now we're gonna go on here because we just left off with him telling his sisters that they were not beautiful unless they looked like Diana. So in his eyes, Diana was the epitome of beauty. And remember, I told y'all that the women that we confirmed that they said that they had some of. They looked like Diana. Remember that girl from that video when he be running behind her and kicking his foot and stuff? That girl looked like Diana. So let's go ahead and pull up a picture of them. Michael Jackson idolized Diana Ross. He thought her to be the perfect woman. He thought a woman had to look like Diana to be beautiful. She was his mentor at work and a mother. He wanted to marry her, allegedly, although they were engaged twice. Both times she broke off the engagement, marrying a 14-and-a-half-year-old younger man than Michael Jackson would have been a career killer. Let me say that again because I didn't even understand it when I read it. Marrying a 14-and-a-half-year younger than her, Michael Jackson would have been a career killer. So that's the way it was written. In 1977, Michael Jackson and Diana Ross filmed The Wiz in New York. He was 19 years old. Randy Terabelli on The Wiz shoot 1997, published December 15th of 2000, said Diana Ross, while filming The Wiz, was asked to Michael Jackson's apartment in New York and stayed the night. Child. One of Diana's assistants said he had been trying to get hold of both of them all morning as they were late for filming. So at 19, he would have been 19, she would have been 34. He said that he eventually got hold of them on the phone and was surprised to find they were in his apartment and that she had apparently spent the night there. Later on during the shoot, Diana was apparently overheard talking to some girlfriends of hers, and it said to one of them, "Well, I'll tell you one thing, Michael definitely isn't gay." When his assistant asked Michael if anything had happened between them, Michael said, "You'd have to ask her that." And when he asked Diana, she told him he needed to ask Michael. As I told y'all, this is his favorite picture of her, so we're going to go here. Michael Jackson always carried this photo of him and Diana all over, everywhere. A room in Michael's house was devoted to Diana, his goddess. This is when he was younger with her, guys. So he looks, that's pretty young. Yeah, it's pretty young. That's young. That's a no. That's like, maybe, like, I could see maybe, like, it was, like, a chance and, like, okay, fine. Then she saw it, then it was, like, oh, okay, a couple of years later. But if she had had him the whole time from that, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could have done it. What y'all think, ladies, in the comments? Tatum and I developed into a real close relationship. I fell in love with her and she with me, and we were very close for a very long time. Eventually, the relationship transcended into a good friendship. We still talk now and then, and I guess you'd have to say she was my first love after Diana. Okay. When I heard Diana Ross was getting married, apparently there's some people on the set he was talking to. David Guest said, Michael told me about being on the set of a movie and one of the leading ladies invited him to her room to watch a movie, and I guess the saying would be, she jumped his bones. Frank DeLeo said, I know some of the stars Michael had been with, and I'll take that to my grave. I believe he laid with a lot of them too. So this is like someone writing an article on him. So, one moment. So it says here the song DD is 100% about Diana Ross. She was the dirty Diana, by the way. She was the love of his life, and after she promised to marry him, he thought his dream was finally coming true. She agreed to marry him in the mid-'80s and accepted his ring.
The ring.
You see it on her finger at the Motown 25th show and the AMA of 84. You can see it here. In fact, at the AMA is the first time she kissed him in the mouth in public. What kind of kiss that look like, y'all? It was, I don't know, maybe, but if she did the initiative, I don't know, child. Well, I don't know, child. Because it looked like he was like getting kissed. He looked a little better right here, like he was taking it better here, but that was kind of side kick. He looked caught off guard right there. Okay, she was also holding his face in her hand so people could see the ring. She was testing the waters to see how the public would react. Dinah has always done that. They had been allegedly told his mother, Katherine Jackson, threw a fit. She told Diana she was too old for her son and that she was soiling him. She called the papers and told reporters, and reporters began harassing Diana. They kept making age cracks and calling her a cradle robber, and Diana could not take the pressure. She ran off with Arnie Ness instead and left Michael devastated. He was so angry and upset. He wrote a ton of love and heartbreaking songs about her. So I wonder if he had a married, if she had never married, then he would have been, then Tracy Ellis Ross would have been his daughter, y'all. The reason he did this is because Dinah left him for a mountain climber, and he was letting her know he was not going to let her go, that he was going to keep fighting for her. After he stopped crying, he got angry. He had spent millions buying her whatever she wanted. He had spent years trying to marry her. He wrote Dirty Diana, and it was mean-spirited and designed to make her look like a slut. It was originally much worse, but MJ wrote it as a revenge song to her for breaking his heart. That's why he said she likes she likes the boys in the band. Diana had musicians and dated Lionel Richie of the Commodores, Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees, and Gene Simmons of Kiss, when she was supposed to be with Michael. Diana, how dare you? She also caused a lifelong feud between him and Gene when she slept with Gene and called out Michael's name. Michael and they were enemies for life. Oh my God. This is too much for my little ears. This is also why she would just say, just make me a star. That she had just wanted fame and money even over the man who desperately loved her. Honey. Let's see. The part about her saying he's not coming home because he's sleeping with me is him describing her behavior every time he would try to violently get her out of his system. And try to be with someone else. She would mysteriously show up, get jealous, and try to wrap herself around him. Instantly, he would be drawn back in. Diana, how dare you? And that's kind of what these pictures are looking like. Like, they had a strong-ass soul tie, child. So, Diana married... Okay, let's... Sorry, I lost my track, guys. So, the song is about Diana Ross and his feelings of being seduced and still attracted to her, despite them breaking up and her marrying another man. The first and third verses reflect this. The second verse was added at the groupies out of suggestions of Quincy Jones. He advised Michael the song title and the lyrics are too personal, and he ran the risk of their secret affair getting exposed. Not to mention, Michael would have to explain the meaning of the lyrics when asked about the song, so he'd have an explanation. The truth is in the lyrics, and the first and the last verse are too personal to talk about. Michael also liked to use double entendres in his songs. He was like a man possessed. He had a large room in his house filled with photos and pics of her. And it also contained 1,000 of candles burning for her 24/7. Oh, wow. Backman gave him that idea when he was a kid, that burning the candles with a center picture of your beloved would keep her from leaving you. Okay, so you have it there. Looks like he had a soul tie with her, guys.